we have some breaking news that Dixie Carter is going to be on a upcoming edition of WWE 24, where they're going to be circling around Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, as you know, has worked with TNA and is now over the WWE's Raw General Manager and is in the Hall of Famer. So with me, he is the Skulldron Knight of Skulldron Reviews. He is also the host of Four Corners, Joseph Knight. Joe, what's up?
Not much. All I can say is I am the great prophet. I could see Dixie Carter becoming the new Eric Bischoff and making her appearance. Because you know what? When it's all said and done, we already seen it. It's all about money. I could see it happening. And like I said, I really can see this. Yep.
You know, we talked about this 6 to 8 months ago, and, you know, you said, oh, she could probably head over there, and I'm like, I don't see it happening nonetheless, of course. Impact Wrestling, you know, fails, or it's completely gone under. And while Anthem Sports bought out Impact, which is now known as Global Force Wrestling, I wasn't sure if Dixie Carter was out. I still thought she was a minority shareholder.
You know, the way things happen, she's completely gone now from Global Force TNA, Slapnuts Promotions. But I gotta say one thing, you know, this is a perfect opportunity for controversies, which the WWE loves. Rick, let's take a moment in time. Let's go back in time. Set the Wayback Machine, Mr. Peabody. You know, we're going to go back, and here we are when pretty much the Monday Night Wars. We all said we'll never see Eric Bischoff on a WWE program or vice versa, you know, or Vince McMahon over. I think personally, you know, when Eric Bischoff came out as a general manager, I was shocked. That's when it came to my mind, you know, anything in this business can happen for the right price. Dixie Carter being on the WWE network that she rivaled with, yeah, you know, that's a first step. And if it all came down to it, I could see her coming back. I could see her being in an on-camera role because, you know, let's say not for any of the big brands, but I could see it for maybe NXT or something else, and them doing this whole like I'm back, you know, type deal. And it's like, you know, Vince McMahon's such a great man. Him and Triple H gave me this opportunity because anytime the WWE could stick it to another promotion, in this case now Global Force, they will do it.
Yeah, and it comes down to, like you said, you know, never say never. You know, we even talked about one time that we said that we would never see AJ Styles in the WWE under the name AJ Styles, let alone beat John Cena. And lo and behold, what happened, you know, last year? You know, he came out, he debuted on one of the biggest pay-per-view events, Royal Rumble, and then, you know, John Cena had an open challenge to the, you know, as it called, the New Era, and he came right out, and AJ Styles beat him not once but twice. Actually, he has number 3 times. So, and our Lance is looking to bring. We're gonna bring Lance in real quick.
Yep, you can grab the Lance, man.
While we're talking, though, real quick, I want to just switch subjects real quick. As we all know, that Austin Aries, he is going to be gone from the company. Hold on, Lance, welcome to the show.
What's up?
Not much. We're talking about Dixie Carter, and I don't know if you've heard that she will be on a recent edition or an upcoming edition of WWE 24, where they're going to be focusing on Kurt Angle, and I guess that she is going to be on a cameo, or she's going to be a part of that, you know, that TV show. It's going to be this coming Monday night after Raw.
Yeah, I heard that. It's kind of weird too because it's like. Well, exactly what it's like is, say, if the network had been around back in 2000, it's like Ted Turner coming on an episode of this right after the Monday Night Wars had ended. It's kind of weird.
Well, it's like I was telling Rick. It's kind of the Eric Bischoff coming on WWE. You know, we saw how big the Monday Night Wars was, and we always said, we'll never see them on. And Eric Bischoff walked on. Not only did he walk on Raw, but he was given a position of power on camera to be the, you know, general manager. So this could be a first step. And like I was telling Rick here, anytime the WWE could stick it to Jeff Jarrett and the Global Force or another company, I'm sure they will do it. And I can see it happening where they will throw Dixie on camera for something, and either NXT or maybe another program, and she could say, "I told you I'll be back." Vince McMahon and Triple H believed in me. They know I was trying to do a wholesome product. It's like I said before, money talks. And in this situation, Dixie probably needs the money.
Wait a minute. There's also another part of that phrase, and she needs to start walking.
Well, again, with the, I'm not sure. Like I said, you never say never, so I'm not gonna hold. I'm gonna hold myself on that one. But if she's gonna be an on TV role, I don't think it's gonna be too much long, because once WWE says, okay, I think this is again just a way of them sticking it to Global Force Wrestling.
Yeah.
WWE is not happy unless if they can stick it to them in one form or another. Um, but anyways, I want to move on to our second subject in the night, and that is going to be Austin Aries, and he had left to he's been released from the WWE. Excuse me. He pretty much said that he had left, but the door was open. He has a lot of injury issues. He has some neck injuries and back injuries. So, um, Joe, usually when we hear this kinds of injuries, whether they're being released, the chances of him coming back, especially on a wrestling role, is slim to none.
Oh, absolutely. Right now it's we've been getting really it's been getting really scary with these folks getting injured the way it is. James Storm, the way he got injured. You know, we still debating if it's a work or whatever, but you know concussions are not something you just dismiss. You know, and I think Austin Aries should take the time right now to regroup, relax, heal himself up, maybe take an opportunity to come back after he's fresh, to go to the WWE and become a commentator. I don't, he's done his best for wrestling. He's done it all. He hasn't been a world champion for WWE, but he doesn't have to. He's been a champion already in WWE. He already got to that point. I think it's time for him to just sit back and just, heal up and take it easy. He should have made enough money by now.
That's true, but don't forget, when you come to that certain lifestyle, you become accustomed to a certain lifestyle where you're used to that bankroll. So even if he steps down and goes into the indies, or even if he just does like a meet and greet sort of situation or podcasts, he's not gonna. I don't know what kind of money he was making, but would you think he's gonna make the amount of money that he was making while doing commentary in the WWE?
Let's put it like this, Rick. We have mark indie companies that will hire him to sit down in the corner. It's basically he's got the ability to go out there to, make money on the indie scene, even as a content or to sign autographs. So I don't see him having a money issue right now.
All right, Lance, over to you. Your thoughts about Austin Aries being released from the WWE, and mostly due to health issues. Do you see him coming back, or do you think this is the last we've seen him?
Well, okay, in wrestling terms, Austin Aries is getting up there in age.
Fair point.
And he has had quite a few injuries. So we're looking at probably a 75% chance he's gone. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a fair point, because at the end of the day, he was just doing more commentary. So, and he was a very good commentator at that. So I don't know why he got a full release. I mean, I think he asked for it, but I from what I read, he spoke with Ring Rust Radio, and he kind of made talks back and forth about how he kind of wanted to be the wrestling. He also stated how he wasn't too crazy about the way that the 205 Live was going, and he was a major commentator on there. So you have to take all those other factors into play, and wondering if that had anything to do with it. So, but one other thing I definitely would like to talk about, and there was a rumor that former Impact Wrestler Knockout Champion Velvet Sky had, excuse me, that she had left for the, she had retired. But the fact is that's not the case. So she is now going to do meet and greets. She's going to be a trainer for her real life boyfriend, Bubba Ray, and his wrestling school. Joe, your thoughts?
It's good to see that she's taking a time out. It's good to see that she's still involved in the business in some form. So I think she deserves credit. She came when we first saw her on TNA as part of that group, the beautiful women
People.
with, beautiful people, beautiful girls, whatever. Well, only one half is beautiful, the other one's an old hag. But she was a lousy wrestler. She started getting better, and after a while, it looked like she was going to get a good push in TNA, and that didn't work. So, she kind of deserves it. She kind of needs a timeout. She's another person that needs to kind of step back, get fresh, relax, heal up the body, do something that she can do on her side. If it's a training with Bully Ray or Brother Ray, whatever she wants to call him, Ray, let's just call him Ray. I think that'll be a good thing, because eventually she can always find her way back on WWE, even if it's for a short-term deal, even if it's just for like a one-night appearance to put a woman wrestler over.
Well, I want to go back again to Global Force Wrestling. She left, obviously, when Dixie Carter, even Impact Wrestling, it was really on a down low, where people were not getting paid, checks kept on getting missed, for one reason or another. Bobby, a quick side note, Bobby Lashley actually, I did an interview, and he said since Anthem Sports has been, signed, taken over, he's not missed one paycheck.
Oh, of course.
So, again,
For now, let's just say that for now.
Well, you know what? I think Anthem Sports is a far more, when it comes to business credibility, they're not going to let it. I don't think they would let it get to that situation. If they see a bad situation, they're going to get out as soon as possible. Lance, again, your thoughts on Velvet Sky retiring?
Well, it's a shame that she never made it to WWE, but let's face it, again, she was getting up there. But hey, sometimes you got to retire from the ring, before you see her make her full potential.
Yeah, but I mean, even as Joe said, she was more eye candy. She wasn't a bad wrestler, but she wasn't a great one. She was definitely middle of the road. Certainly better than Eva Marie or Emma is currently now. But her real problem is she doesn't know how to run the ropes. But other than that, she was great eye candy, and I think she could have definitely added something to the WWE. Probably, there's, as we all know, there's a Mae Young Classic. She could have came on as a commentator. Joe, your thoughts?
The same thing. She was the eye candy of TNA. She had her run. She needs to just take it easy and, kind of take a step back. Sometimes that's good in the business, because when you're missed and you come back, you get a bigger pop. I think in this case, that's what she needs to do. She wasn't a big time wrestler. She never made it she never came to the WWE. She's not like, she's the eye candy part she's going to be missed as, but that's about it. And, sometimes you just got to hang it up and just move on. Like for me, you get to that point where, wow, you made it in the business. You were part of a business, and You get to go out there from an indie ring to a major promotion, whatever have you. You go out there, and it's a great feeling because you've seen it on TV. Now you're part of it. But there are times, if you know you're not going to make it to a certain hurdle, you don't put yourself in a high expectations. So I think in her case, you just say, "Yep, I'm just going to take it easy and I'll sit back."
All right, and I think we're going to wrap up this edition, but now we want you, the listeners, what do you think about Dixie Carter, being on a WWE Network interview with Kurt Angle? Do you see her becoming on as a full TV role, or is this just kind of a one and done deal? Give us your thoughts. Please put your comments in the HWR YouTube page, and that's HWR Show, or come on in and hang out with us in the chat room. Search for us on Facebook under HWR Chat Room. I am your hardcore host, Rick Head, and again, I would like to thank Joe. Joe, you are representing HWR in the Four Corners match. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Well, guys, we're definitely. I do a podcast every Thursday nights live. It is Four Corners Rants, where we just sit down, talk about the rumors, any topics that come up. And this Sunday, actually, we're all getting together for the goodness gracious WWE's Great Balls. It's on fire, So we'll be doing that. I also do run my own podcast and gaming. I do gameplay videos and reviews regarding, classic video games. So there are times I will do a good new game. I'll do mostly old games, but it's a fun thing to do. It's a different turnaround. Sitting back playing old games and recording it. So fans, you can follow me on Twitter at Skulldron. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Skulldron's Reviews. You can also join my group, which is Facebook.com groups SK Reviews, and look me up on YouTube. Just look up Skulldron's Reviews and you'll find it.
Lance, you're over at Lance Moss on YouTube.com. Tell everybody about it.
Well, as of lately, I've just been doing my Wednesday night hangouts, or Wednesday night YouTube.com/ my Wednesday night Lance Moss TV and friends. I never know who's going to show up. It's basically me and a bunch of my friends just shooting the breeze. And then I do my Friday guitar builds. But some other stuff might be coming. I'm not too sure just yet.
All right. Again, guys, thank you for coming on. And you, the listeners, we want to thank you for listening. So, for the Hardcore Crew, I am your hardcore host, Rick Head, saying we'll see you when we see you.